Hey guys, so this is my fall trend hairstyle video for 2012. I've never done one of these videos before, but seeing as it is New York Fashion Week at the moment and there are going to be a ton of new hairstyles coming out that people are going to want to recreate, I am going to show you maybe the top 5, maybe 4 or 5, possibly 6 trending hairstyles at the moment, and a few looks that you can incorporate these trends into everyday looks for yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was really fun looking up and learning about the trends right now, and I hope you enjoyed. So until the next time, I'll see you guys soon. So the first trend that has been around pretty much since summer 2012 has been wet look hairstyles. This time around it's sort of gel back hair, pretty much looking like you just come out of a shower, but it has a ton of wax and gel and hairspray and the likes of that. So that is going to be sort of the idea for the first one. I'm going to be taking just some bottled water and I'm going to be spraying this on the hair, and basically you want to have it so that it's just the top sort of section that's wet. You want to keep the rest of the hair dry. So I'm just going to show you from the back first what this looks like. So you really sort of want to make sure that it's thoroughly wet. I'm only using sort of a light spritz of water. If you wanted, you could go in a lot more heavy-handed and make sure that it is drenched through. So this is what you should have from the front, and the latest celebrity to sport this type of hairstyle was Kim Kardashian, and that was maybe in the last 2 days where she wore a black dress and a grey smoky eye that sort of came out into the corner in this direction. So basically, once your hair is pretty much manageable, you can either leave it like this and you can tuck the hair behind your ears and you can get some gel or wax depending on your preference, and you can just smooth it down at the sides, and literally that is it. Or you can go eyebrows, the end of the eyebrows go back, and you are going to take a top section of hair. You just want to go across, collect the hair out of the way, and you are going to tease. So once your teasing is done, you want to turn your attention to the side of the head, and you want to take the side section of hair, you want to go back and take your water. You want to spray so that it is super easy to work with. You want to comb it and make sure all of the water or whatever product you are using is evenly distributed, and you want to pull it back, and you literally want to pin down as close to the scalp as you can. So I've just finished pinning the second section of hair, and now you want to turn your attention back to the middle section. Again, tease as much as you need to. Just need to make sure that it's the top layer of hair that is this smooth. So here it is. This is probably one of my favourite hairstyles to sport on night out if I wanted something a little more daring. Now as you can see, the hair is a little bit dry for my liking, but there it is again. Super cute, and definitely if you want to show off your face, your makeup, or if you have earrings in particular that you want to wear. So that is the first hairstyle of slicked back hair. So the second fall hair trend is called precise ponytails, and this is basically a really tight pullback, sleek looking ponytail where you can probably get a better grip of the hair if your hair is wet. That is why I'm choosing this to be the second trend, to show you guys what the hair looks like when the hair is already wet. But you can do this in 2 ways. You can do it in a high or a low ponytail. I've seen them both online. I've seen both options and both look great, but for fall trends, if you want a sleeker appearance and especially for work, I would opt for a low ponytail. So you really want to make sure that the hair is pulled back into a neat ponytail. So I'm just going to grab some hair, wrap it around as tight as possible. You usually get around about 3 times, and then you want to clip it in. Now at this point you need to take the longest section of hair, and trust me, I know I've done plenty of hair tutorials where I've recreated this look that I'm doing right now, but for the purpose of this trend video I am going to do it once again. So again, you need to take water or some gel. You really want to sleek down the hair. And you want to wrap it around really, really well. And at this point, your options are, you can find an opening in the bungee elastic, or you can get a bobby pin and you can secure it. So it is totally up to yourself. The reason I chose a bungee elastic is because it gives this sort of almost square shape to the pony. So this is the really sleek low ponytail. This is a real favourite of mine. I think it looks especially well on this hairstyle. My room is such a mess. I'm just after spotting some clothes in this shot. That is mortifying. But there is the second hairstyle, and I'm going to show you guys what the higher version looks like. So for the high version of this ponytail, it is pretty much the same. I actually deliberated on whether I was going to even show it because it is so simple, but also for the purpose of this tutorial, since there's only 4 or 5 trends, I will show you guys anyway. So you want to gather the hair up pretty much the exact same way as before. If you want to wet the bottom of the hair, and again, if your hair is just out of the shower and you're applying some products to it, that will definitely help. But as you guys saw earlier on, I only applied water to the top section. Again, put it in a strand of hair. Tying myself up a knot right now. And you want to pull around and dig into. This hairstyle is pretty similar to the one that I just showed you guys, and there we have the other side. So it's pretty much the same, just depending on whether you feel comfortable having your hair up or hair down. But for an office do, I would suggest a lower ponytail as it looks more sophisticated. So the third trend for this video is basic twists. So there are, I'm not going to even say 50 million different ways. There are a ton of different ways you can incorporate this trend into hairstyles. You can twist the hair back and you can pin it in place like so. I already have a ton of hairstyles already up featuring twist techniques, so I'm just going to show you a basic one, and then I'm going to link in the description all the ones that I already have up to make it easier for you guys to see and find. So just twist inwards. Keep this step all along. You can do basic twists along the sides. You can twist your hair, and as you go along, keep all this hair down straight. As you twist, you incorporate hair. I featured a similar hairstyle to this in the back to school hairstyle, where I brought a piece around and tied it as a ponytail. not so easy to do with one hand. But continue twisting on both sides. This is just a really quick idea of what you could do. And then if you twist the hair so that it both goes in the same direction. So one of the hairstyles for the twist was a cinnamon bun, so I am just going to show that really quickly if my mannequin will cooperate. So just twist. Keep twisting as you go. And depending on the size of your bun, you can twist as you go along. Just to give you an idea of a really quick, everyday twisted hairstyle, like I said, I will link all the other hairstyles in the description box. So the final trend for this video is a bouffant or a beehive sort of 60s hairstyle. So you want to take this sort of section here, but instead of pinning it up here or even in the middle, you want to pin it really low down. So I've already done some serious back combing the last few days, so I don't need to do any, if very little. So I am just going to pin the bottom of this hairstyle down here. And you can diversify this look by the parting that you give. So if you part your head over here from right to left or left to right, whatever your preference, you will get a different angle. So the thicker the amount of hair that you pin, the more bottom. And you can repeat on the opposite side. And that is it. So I'll show you this hairstyle from the side in a minute. You can also put an elasticated headband going on this way and tie the rest of this hair in a ponytail. You can also pull up this sort of section to make it a lot bigger to stick out a little bit. So you can see this hairstyle is fairly large and volumized. So this is it from the side and the back. So that is it for this hairstyle. A couple of different variations.